It's your girl Tara Nicole checking in real quick. I missed you guys last night. Yeah, Thursday night. Today's Friday. I'm so like a day off in my mind. Had a sudden trip. Well, planned, but it was planned, but it was kind of sudden when it was planned. But it was a great experience for me and my sons. Excuse me. I am leaving a networking event tonight called Heels and Stilettos and T-shirt and Stilettos. It was a women's networking event, girls' night out, movie night. Ocean's 8, oh my God, it is so good. You think Ocean's 11 was good, but Ocean's 8 is really, really good. But I just wanted to check in and say, hey, hope you had a great week. Had a great week thus far. Hope you're going to have a great weekend. Hope you're going to, make your next move your best move. Stay positive, stay the course, stay focused, stay the course. Trust God, trust your journey, trust the process, trust the plan. I'm tired, but I'm committed to the game. I'm committed to, showing up, doing what I gotta do. It's every day it's a hustle. We were in New Orleans and it was like a hustle. On every corner there was a hustle. And the living is different there. It makes you remain grateful and be like, oh my God, I'm so blessed, and you just don't complain. But the other part of it is their hustle. It's like every corner, every talent, every gift that they had, there was someone doing it. Human mannequin, tap dancing, singing, drumming, music, whatever, acting. There was a hustle on every corner in between the corner. That's how you have to go after your dreams and your passion. You got to show up every day. You got to know. You have to rest. You got to think. You got to revamp. You got to re-strategize. You got to, reset some things. You can't worry about plans. When things don't go the way you want or they fall through, you can't worry about, failing, because that's like the womb of success. It's like the worst thing you could ever do is not show up. The worst thing you could ever do is not keep trying, not keep going for the goal, not keep I'm sorry, my shirt, I love it, it's new, thank you, but it's bigger than I thought. But anyway, you gotta show up every day. Like, you gotta keep going. If something doesn't go the way you want it to go, keep going. If it doesn't pan out, if the friend don't come through or the person fall through, people still acting a fool, talking about you because they're miserable, whatever it is going on, you gotta stay focused, stay the course. You let miserable people stay miserable, you pray for them, but you cannot let anything stop you except death. And I'm not wishing that on anybody, but that's the only thing that should stop us is death. That's when we should stop, when we die. Yes, you got to rest, you got to restore, you got to redeem, you got to revamp. You have to step back sometimes and just figure out or be led and let God show you what he's doing for you and how he's working it out. But other than that, you can't stop. You cannot let somebody else's shenanigans stop you from going where you gotta go, doing what you gotta do. I was so tired. I'm still tired, but I'm like, I'm investing in myself. Everything doesn't cost money. Some things do, but you can't stop. Now, normally I'm like, shoot, I'm too tired. I know I paid that money, but whatever. But in this season of my life, and even for you, you can't not show up. You can't just say, well, I won't miss that money. But it's not about the money. It is about the money because you don't want to waste it. But it's like the last 2 weekends. Last Saturday, I went to an event. Went to the wrong location. Didn't know it was set to. But I went anyway. Normally, I'm like, I'm going home. I'm just going to sit down. I'm not going. I'll go do something else. But I went. And same thing tonight. It wasn't that, but it was just that me being tired. But pushing through it. But both weekends, both events didn't cost me a lot of money. But the connections that I've made, the people that I've, just the women I've met, listening to them talk, them hearing me talk, networking, sharing, just connecting. It's like, that's what it's all about. Building a brand, building your community, connecting, but meeting other people, knowing that everyone else has gone through some of the same things you're going through with building your business. But the greatest thing about it is building my business. It's scary sometimes. I'm not fearful, I guess. Let me see. It's weird because it's different, But it's like the most amazing thing that I've done my whole entire life, my whole 42 years of living. I thought starting teaching was awesome, but that season is over. But this is like the most amazing time of my life. I don't have all the answers all the time, but the more I pray about it, the less I let people get under my skin, work my nerves, make me cuss them out, use that other tongue. The less I even react to the foolishness, the more God responds, the more he shows up in my life. I ain't worried about the likes. I love it. So I'm here to say thank you very much to everyone for liking, following, sharing. I got some great things coming up because my whole point is to be of service to you. What value can I bring to your life? What can I add to you? My whole goal is to empower, ignite, and uplift. Not just talk about it, but be about it. To help guide you, show you, help you embrace pain. Because I can tell you about pain. But one thing I do know for sure about pain is through every painful process in my life, I've birthed something. Something has come out of every painful moment in my life. And when I was sitting thinking about it, I'm like, my businesses, my mentoring, my groups, everything that I've done. So I have some great coaching groups that'll be launching this week. And I think it's something to fit everyone because I'm every woman. And nobody can tell my story better than me. People have been in my life at different moments or in different intervals in my life, but they don't know my whole story. I can tell my own story. I'm not ashamed of anything. Whatever I've done that some don't deem as perfect, nobody's perfect, number one. So you should have never put me on a pedestal that you couldn't be on yourself. I don't worry about people who can't leave the front porch telling me nothing. If you never left the yard, meaning if you never even branched out to do anything different, you can't tell me nothing. I stand on that totally and completely. But I'm a humble person. I'm genuine. I learn from other people. But I'm confident in what I know. Even more so now, I'm way more courageous than I've ever been in my life because it's a faith walk. It's not a tarot walk. It's not all my degrees. It's not all my knowledge, my certifications, my skills. All that is a foundation. But it's more so about divinely being led. And every day God shows up to let me know I am with you. I've called you to this place. So I'm not worried about people, things. I know he's the source and has all the resources I need. So I speak my affirmations. I stand on what I believe. Can't nobody make me believe anything different. It's like we talked about before, that reawakening, that going back to this place where you first believe the foundation of who you are. Just getting back to the basics. And we have to get back to the basics. We live in a world where everything's that is wanted to be quick. We feel like we're entitled to certain things. We don't deserve nothing. For real. And what we do deserve, God don't give it to us. So we should be grateful and thankful. But nobody owes us anything. You got to work for what you want. And then the more you work for it, when you earn it, you appreciate it anyway. Because that is your blood, sweat, and tears. That's your baby. That's your thing. That's your dream coming to pass. That's your passion coming to pass. So quit sitting on it. Number one, what's holding you back? That's a question that's always in my mind. It's like, what's holding you back? And then, why is it holding you back? It's some relevant reasons, motherhood, single motherhood. Even if you married, sometimes you still feel single. So it's a whole bunch of factors that play into it. But honestly, what's holding you back? And if you can't change it immediately, then what can you do with simple steps to get yourself prepared for where you want to go? You got to figure out, you have to figure it out. You pray about it, but everybody believes differently, which we respect that. But what are you going to do differently? Hey, Unique, what are you going to do differently? What are you going to do differently so your life can be different? Because at the end of the day, our life is a sum total of every decision that we've made, good, bad, or indifferent. You can play the blame game, project, deflect, all that other stuff you want to do. Whenever you get through with all of that, it still comes back to your life being a sum total of the decisions that you've made to this point thus far. So if you want to change to come, then guess what? You have to make a change. You can't be afraid. You got to disappoint some people. Somebody's going to be mad as hell, but oh well. You got to decide, are you going to be mad or they going to be mad? Because this is your life. Nobody can live it for you. When you die, nobody gonna stand in judgment for you. Whatever you believe, nobody's gonna stand there but you. As the song says, when I die, what will they say about me? Will the works that I've done be enough to help someone when I die? That's what resonates on the inside of me. When I die, what would they say? My dash. Is it going to be full of selfishness, or is it going to be full of service? Because that's what we are all called to do, is serve. And then, because of who I believe and what I believe in, I want him to say, well done, my good and faithful servant, as opposed to, bye, I know you not. I'm not living that kind of life. So every decision I make, I'm not perfect, but I'm imperfectly perfect. I'm made perfect through him, but I'm going to make my next move my best move. I can tell you that. But anyway, I just was having a moment and getting ready to go home, and got a 5K race in the morning. It's 12:15 Eastern Standard Time, or maybe 12:10. My clock is fast. But I just want to say, we got to show up. Feelings change. Feelings said, Tara, stay home. Feelings said, Tara, just chill. Last weekend, feelings said, Tara, don't go because you're late or you went to the wrong location. Feelings will get you in trouble. Go with what you know. You're being led, even if it feels weird or strange, you are being led to different places and people and things and events for a reason. If you want your life to change, then guess what? You got to be the change you want to see. You got to look at things differently. The more you change how you look at things, then the more things you look at will change. I can't even explain to you how it's just... I look at myself, I'm just in awe of how the Lord really just takes over when you let go. And it's like, I do not have all the answers, but I'm not worried about not having the answers. I'm just like, Lord, you got the answer, and I'm going to wait for you to give it to me. If you say go, go. Be still, be still. Stop, stop. Shut up, shut up. Don't talk. Tame your tongue. Respond this way, not that way. Even in the things that seem scary, or certain memories going to pop up, or you fearful what people going to say. No. Put that under my feet. Take control over that. Walking in the authority that I have been given. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. I'm more than a conqueror. I'm an overcomer. And if you look back over your life, then guess what? You will know that you are too. Because there's been times in all of our life when we said, I don't know how I'm going to make it. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know how this, or I don't. But that's something you're looking back on. I can look at this journey I'm on right now. Either I'm halfway in or halfway out. I'm halfway out, honey. Actually, I am out. I'm just waiting on the rest of it to manifest. So, my point is this. Show up and glow up. You know, the phrases and stuff, the hashtags and taglines and all that stuff change every day. No comparison, no competition. Just be yourself. Because that's what's going to work. I don't care. As we talk about it in coaching sessions and mentoring sessions and other sessions, it doesn't matter if 50 million people in this world is a life coach, an author, a speaker, a consultant. They not Tara Nicole. They don't have my flavor. They don't have my flair. They don't have my finesse. So somebody's waiting on what I got. Just like somebody's waiting on for you what you got. You may be the best. It may be 1,000 singers, but nobody can sing like you. Nobody can dance like you. I'm not a singer, but I can dance. I act like I can sing, but I can't for real. I ain't even gonna play with it. But I love to dance. I'm not a professional dancer, but this is what I also found. Laughter. I made a post today about laughter. Laughter is good for the soul. Laughter is God's natural healer. Laughter lifts you up. I'll never forget when I knew without a shadow of a doubt that my marriage was failing. It was just awful. It was no physical abuse, but it was just what I didn't think would happen, or after all the efforts you think it's going to work. But guess what? It did not work. But it seemed like I was living with a person I never even knew. It's around the time Tyler Perry broke out, and he was like, just all his plays of Medea was coming out, all that stuff. When I tell you, laughter got me through that. Laughter is good for the soul. I made a post about it. Read it. I'll be making more posts about laughter. And in this world we live in now, you better find something to cope with it. Besides, along with prayer and faith. Laughter. It is it's a natural healer. It keeps you release endorphins. It keeps you in a certain mindset. It keeps you feeling positive. But laughter, research it. It's like real research. I read about a woman who had cancer. She refused to be down and despondent and let that depression overtake her. She laughed herself into healing. Hey, Kenya, if you just really, really, I'm telling you, and just be okay with where you are. First of all, is acceptance. This junk is over. This marriage, this relationship, this job, whatever it is over. It is what it is. Claim your part. Take 5 with Tara. Last week talked about that. Claiming your part. I think it was last Friday or whatever. I made that last post. Claim your part, but keep moving, keep going. It don't matter if you 50% responsible, 20% responsible, 10%, whatever it is. Like, you claim your part, you correct and make the adjustment. Keep moving, because guess what? You cannot change anybody else. You can't fix anybody else. Some people like their life the way it is. They like to be stuck like Chuck, as we used to say growing up. They like to be. I mean, nobody want to step in boo-boo, but some people like boo-boo type lives, so let them have it. And I mean, that's like blunt, but I can be that way, but that's just really what it is. They want to be there, you let them be there. And the one thing I talked about before, I don't care how good you are. First of all, good don't exempt you from nothing. I tell you that for sure. I quote unquote been good all my life, no trouble, no this, did everything right as much as I could. It don't exempt you from nothing, because that ain't gonna do with it. It's all about God ideas. But the second thing is, being a good man or being a good woman don't mean anything if you're not with a good person or the right person. You can be, hallelujah, amen, fabulous, golden, all that other stuff. But if that person ain't right, it don't matter. So don't worry about proving points either, because the more you try to prove a point, the less it's proven. The more power you give them. But it's like, just be free, honey. I'm telling you, I can't even explain how it's just like the most wonderful feeling in the world. I refuse to go back into bondage about people, what they think, what they want, what they saying. You can talk about me till you green, honey. I don't care. Those who know me don't see me. Those who see me don't know me. But neither one of those scenarios is my business. My whole goal is to stay focused, stay the course, stay in alignment, hear God, listen to what's inside of me. Not even my own knowledge and wisdom. He said, well, now that I get understanding. Anyway, I got some great coaching groups that are coming up. That'll be launched this week. My new email list, my Let's Get Hotter. We're going to turn it up a notch. I'll be going live more. And just some other things. But we need, the whole goal for the groups is to allow us to be a little more intimate, depending on who's in the group. Maximize the moment. If you're an entrepreneur, woman, we have several levels that we can get hot on. Single mom, married, whatever. Like I said, I'm every woman, but I'm an overcomer. I'm more than a conqueror. And it's only been the times that I've deviated from my true self. And we all go through it. But when you have that awakening, you get back in alignment, you go back to that point of where you started. Right now, can't nobody tell me nothing. It's not a cocky type thing. It's not a like overzealous, or you think you better. I think better than a lot of people. I don't think I'm better than them, but I think better than a lot of people. I'm not shrinking, or I'm not ashamed of my peculiarness or my difference. I don't fit. I'm like that peg. I don't fit in certain places, and I'm cool with that. And you got to be cool with that. The more you own your truths, face your truths, and give everybody else they junk back, and let them have their stuff. And even in that's a truth. You know what? This person ain't who they say they are. They don't do what they say they do. You ain't got to always put people on blast, but some people need to be blasted because they walking around in this la-la land. But you just give them their stuff back. You state your part and you keep it moving. I'm telling you, you can be free from top to the bottom. Family, friends, foe, whatever. And then quit giving so many people your energy. Forget them. Like, oh my God, overthinking will have you in a rut. I'm rambling a little bit right now, but it's just like things come to my mind as I'm here. I really just came on to say thank you very much for all the likes, all the shares, all the love, all the words of encouragement. Please take time to go check out the Take 5 with Tara's. This week, I didn't have enough time to do as many as I wanted to, but I'll make up for that. You'll catch me twice this week with Let's Get Hot. Coaching groups being launched. It depends on what level you want, how much you get, but it's all going to be good. It's all going to be valuable. My email list, my free gifts that are coming out. If you need a speaker, You need some encouragement. You need private coaching sessions, group coaching sessions. You want to have intimate setting with your friends where we do activities. All that's available for you. And I know that it is going to be empowering. I know it's going to ignite some things inside of you that is going to lift you up. So this is Tara Nicole checking in real quick, saying, you know what? No matter how you feel, show up and glow up. Show up. Don't talk about it. Don't just talk about it, be about it. This is your life. You want to be your best self and live your best life now? Then do what you got to do. Forget everybody else. This is on you. This is all about you. Your decisions, your actions. What is it that you want to do? It doesn't matter about anybody else. And we love people. We do. We love family. We love our children. We love our friends. I just said family. All that good stuff. But at the end of the day, this is your life. And you got to do what's best for you. You can't worry about nobody else, what they think, what they want. You got to be at peace with what you want and what makes you happy and what's pleasing to him and what's pleasing to you. Because if you're no good for yourself, you're no good for nobody else. And by the time you get through trying to please them, these jokers anyway, male, female, good, bad, or indifferent, if they're not happy with themselves, there's nothing that you can do to make them happy because it all starts within. Tara Nicole, here to empower, ignite, uplift. To say thank you. Join me. Hope to see you all in some of the groups. Like I said, there'll be certain levels, but it's all going to be valuable. It's all going to be good. I'm excited about where I'm going. I'm detached from the outcome. Just focus on the goal. I'm not worried about who's showing up. I just got to show up. If I'm about his business, he's going to be about my business. And those who contend with me, he'll contend with them. No weapon formed shall prosper. Every tongue that rises against me shall be refuted. I'm not moved by none of the foolishness, because I know that I know that I know without a shadow of a doubt where I'm supposed to be. And it's right here to empower, ignite, and uplift you. I'm Tara.